On Wednesday night, House Republicans rejected a spending bill introduced by House Speaker Mike Johnson that would avoid a government shutdown due to posts made by Elon Musk. That's right, Sissy SpaceX himself began posting about how he didn't like the bill. Oh, I don't like this. And he started posting it early on Wednesday. And by the end of the day, President-elect Trump had joined in by basically threatening to primary any Republican who decides to vote to keep the government open. In fact, he said, quote, any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried. He posted on
Truth essential.
Everything should be done and fully negotiated prior to my taking office on January 20th, 2025. Well, yeah, it already was. It already was negotiated, and it was being voted on right now. It was a bipartisan, agreement. So between the Democrats and the Republicans in the House, I mean, what more did you want? Apparently, he wants the government shut down. He's not even in office yet, and he wants to cause the government to shut down. What? Way to go. You're nailing it. Why, though? Well, it's because of Elon Musk. Okay? Elon Musk posted a bunch of stuff about the bill that, funny enough, wasn't true. Big shocker, right? The unelected billionaire had falsely claimed that members of Congress would get a 40% pay raise as part of the package. Now, here's the thing, though. Members of Congress actually haven't had a pay raise since 2009. And personally, I don't think they deserve one until they, raise the minimum wage to a living wage. That's my personal beliefs on that. Elon Musk doesn't believe that. Okay. That said, if this were to go through, the maximum potential pay adjustment for members of Congress would be an estimated $6,600. So that's if they lift the pay freeze that is currently on there, and that wasn't actually in this bill. Musk also reported that a claim that the bill would provide $3 billion for a new NFL stadium in Washington. Wow, well that would be a waste of money, for this stadium. Why are we spending taxpayer money on that? Well, it turns out we're not. The bill actually would transfer control of the site of the existing RFK Stadium to the DC local government for redevelopment. Now, taxpayers in DC might be on the hook for that, and that's unfortunate, right? But again, this redevelopment could potentially include a stadium, but when it comes to the federal funding, there will be no federal funding that changes hands as part of this transaction. So, no. Federal taxpayers are not going to be on the hook for a $3 billion stadium. Okay. Now, Musk also claimed that the bill shields the January 6th committee, which is probably why Donald Trump so up in arms about it. He's like, God, this is terrible. We got to stop that. But that's not true. Another claim is that this is will be funding bioweapon labs. Look, this. Again, all of this stuff is not true, okay? And comes from, big surprise, Twitter/X. Yeah, so, oh my God, this guy apparently has the power to crash a bill, right? By reposting conspiracy theories on X about it. Wonderful. Now, what stuff did it include? About $100 billion in disaster aid funding. All right, so that's important. Billions of dollars in farm assistance, farm bill. There's also, repairing a key bridge in Baltimore, funding for roads, small business assistance, from the SBA, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff in there, honestly. One part of it is an extension of Medicare telehealth flexibility. Reauthorizations of legislation to prevent pandemics. That's where the bioweapon labs conspiracy comes from. Also stuff that addresses the opioid crisis, payments to community health centers, and other, healthcare related stuff. But that's not everything that's in the bill. And obviously, we're not all going to agree with everything that's in the bill. But That's kind of what makes it bipartisan. See, it's got stuff in it that we like and stuff in it that we don't like. But, both sides have their own priorities. Okay. And so at the end of the day, you got to kind of have to get together, and you're not going to get everything that you want, but you can at least come to an agreement. Okay. And look, funding the government is pretty important because a lot of people rely on the government to function. Like workers, for example, who will not get their paychecks right before Christmas. Oh, that's going to be disastrous for the economy. Great. And by the way, there will be a problem with the greater economy as well. Because back in 2018 to 2019, there was a 5-week government shutdown. Everybody remembers that, right? Well, that caused the economy to lose about $3 billion, according to estimates from the CBO. So, not good. Not good if we go in that direction. And especially if we go in that direction based on falsehoods posted by Elon Musk. Yeah. And by the way, Democrats seized on this, right? On the idea that, hey, who's really the president here? Or who's really in power? Who's calling the shots here? In fact, Representative Dan Goldman had told Lawrence O'Donnell, quote, "It's not Donald Trump asking for this. It's very clearly President Elon Musk asking for this. The fact that Donald Trump had been completely AWOL during these negotiations to the point where only after Elon Musk publicly tweets about his displeasure about this budget deal, all of a sudden Donald Trump, chief of staff to Elon Musk, comes trotting in and blows up the deal." Damn. There's more. Wisconsin Representative Gwen Moore asked her followers, quote, "Remind me who elected Elon Musk." Well, that would be no one. Representative Don Beyer writes, "The richest man in the world says he wants to shut down the government, forcing millions of American workers, including our troops, to go without pay through the holidays. Republicans are following his orders. This is insane." Couldn't agree more. You had independent Senator Bernie Sanders who weighed in on this, saying the U.S. Congress this week came to an agreement to fund our government. Elon Musk, who became $200 billion richer since Trump was elected, objected. Are Republicans beholden to the American people? Or President Musk? This is oligarchy at work. Oligarchy. Oh, yes. Indeed. Indeed. Here's the thing. The irony. I love how a party who claims to hate unelected bureaucrats. I mean, how many times Republicans, those unelected bureaucrats are really getting in the way of everything. Now, this party is taking orders from an unelected bureaucrat. Weird how that works out. And again, Donald Trump's not even in power yet, and Republicans are just openly serving the whims of an unelected billionaire. Shocker. This is kind of like the mask off moment. I mean, if you haven't been paying attention to basically everything else politically, okay? What makes it even more clear who is actually calling the shots is that on the same day, the conservative House Freedom Caucus introduced something called the Disaster Offset and Government Efficiency, or DOGE Act, which sees the government's budget slashed by over $100 billion. Now, the cuts would come from education, transportation, income security, veterans, healthcare, and homeland security. What does it leave out? Well, any cuts in military spending. You know, the Pentagon that just failed its 7th straight audit. Yeah. Why didn't they touch military spending? That's weird. Right. The Pentagon happens to be where Elon Musk gets a lot of his government contracts from. Oh, wow. It's funny how that works out. Is it, though? Or is it not surprising? Look, it's pretty clear here that Elon Musk is working hard to create a government by and for the rich. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.